also have mutants as well.
Okay.
Like there's just basic mutants, but then there's this Kraken mutant. It always has like this like liquid dripping off of it, and it has like tentacle arm that it flings at you. It's crazy. And then there was this like tower skyscraper sized mutant that you fight once. It was boss. It was a better boss than the final boss.
Kind of like a behemoth.
Yeah.
And Fallout.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And then there's cybernetic mutants that the Authority is taking and made their own.
Alright, I guess grab breakfast and
I would like perception rolls. Whoever gets highest wins the prize.
Where's my Manny character sheet?
Not here. It's actually back in my office somewhere.
I'm gonna need that.
No, you're not.
I got one dragon die.
I just woke up. I'm not feeling very perceptive. I got an 8.
17.
Yeah, no. See, I'm looking at my feet.
Are you cool? Or,
Yeah, the audio was terrible.
Oh,
Restart it.
I'm sorry. Do I have to start all the way back from the beginning?
No.
Falcon-mancer. That was the important part.
Yes. No, that's important.
If anyone missed that, Falcon-mancer.
I'm not very perceptive either.
Those of you at home taking notes, Falcons.
Oh God. I hope no one's at home taking notes.
You don't know.
I know.
The internet is a wild and terrible place.
I'm gonna say that's an 11.
An 11, so the 17 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I need a piece of paper now.
Not gonna roll well for the rest of the night.
I would have had to like max all of my die to do that.
I still want your pieces of paper, please. Please.
I got an 11, so.
Yeah.
I got a 14 before my stats.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not gonna roll well for the rest of the night.
Yep. That's the end.
That's the end.
The end of the
over.
stuff.
You gotta get those triple ones out before the game starts.
Well, we're not mages. We don't have to worry about that.
Unless I'm making
Yeah, that's true.
poison grenade thing.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, that's nothing either. That's good.
It's not even 3 ones. 3 ones would probably basically get me killed. But all I have to do is fail the casting roll and get a 1 on my dragon die.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yep. I need names. Names are hard.
It'd be pretty easy.
That's why you have a generator.
Pass the test.
Wrong type of generator.
What test do you have to pass?
Willpower, self-discipline. I have a 4 in willpower, and I have self-discipline talent.
So at least a 1 in 9 anyway you roll that. That's not bad.
Sorry.
No worries. I bought Ni no Kuni 2. I've been playing it when we're not playing God of War.
It's such a different game.
It is such a different game, yeah. I was excited because the end.
To the winner. So yeah, you guys are eating. Not very perceptive. Kind of staring into your food as people around you are chatting.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of intriguing that the rogue got it, but
And I'm allowed to like tell when it's like safe, right? Cool.
it is your information to do with whatever you want.
Okay.
You can burn it if you want. You can. I mean, it's really up to you. Oh yeah, don't forget you guys met Alexa. Yeah. The Pentagrass. The dragon huntress.
So, yeah, you guys eat.
People start moving around and leaving. What are you guys doing for your day in Navarra?
I want to tell the party about this note as soon as the,
Yeah.
relevant parties leave.
Okay. Relevant parties. Once you guys are about to try to figure out what you're gonna do with your day, they do get up and leave.
Okay. So those guys that just left were talking about an overthrowing of the Pentagast family. There's a meeting later at a place, and they were talking about passphrase.
Can't have that. They fed me.
Intrigue. Yeah.
Did you catch the catchphrase?
Yes. It is the rooster isn't well either.
I can
This
really
sounds
like that.
interesting.
Yeah. And we like the I think we like the Pentagasts. Also, I definitely wrote down Pendergrass instead of Pentagast. So it's helpful seeing it written out. Because it's been a long time since I played Inquisition.
Yeah. Cassandra's family.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. This makes me want to replay it.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
I am so sorry. No, I'm kidding. It's a long
It
game.
was a long game.
It is a long game.
I usually get about halfway through on my replays. I'm like,
Yep. I feel like I know enough. And that war table. Anyways.
and the side quests.
And the side quest.
I thought the side quests were okay, and then I played other RPGs like The Witcher, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is better.
I want to flag down a waitress or whatever, tavern wench. Okay. And ask her about who rules the city, who's in charge,
Well, right now it's just ruled by the more wealthy families. Don't have a single family per se.
Okay. So you guys just have a group of nobles. All right. Who would you say is kind of the top dog?
Probably the Pentagast or the Cousins.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. That sounds like fun. At the very least, it sounds like a fight.
It does indeed.
Anybody else interested?
I'm interested. I guess that's probably obvious.
Like I said, they fed me, so
I'm always down to kill someone.
might as well help them.
Down to pound. that works multiple ways.
Yes, it does.
But yeah, let's head towards wherever the meeting is.
It's at the Lucky Tailor.
You go out into the city to try and find the Lucky Tailor, or do you ask directions?
Was there a time, or is it just whenever?
I don't think it says.
Didn't
No,
hear that part.
Yeah, it didn't.
I don't want to show up 4 hours too early.
We're actually doing the meeting.
We're here for the raiding party.
Want to join your bandits?
Yeah.
It worked. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I guess I'll ask around once we get outside and it occurs to me that we have no idea where that is.
Yeah, you guys are kind of strangers to
Might not
Navarra
wanna ask
City.
specifically for that tailor, just so as to not appear suspicious. We don't know who might be enemies.
That's a good point.
So you ask for tailors.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start asking around for tailors, and they give you directions to certain places, and you go in there are actually tailors, but they're not the place that you're looking for.
Great. Well, that was a dead end.
What was the name of the place?
The Lucky Tailor? I don't know if it means anything, but lucky is not capitalized.
No, I was lazy.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was like. Anyway. Yeah. Huh?
Is it an inn? Another inn?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's start let's just ask around for inns and taverns.
Okay, inns and taverns. So, yeah, get directions again. Start looking around. There is an inn, but right beside it looks like a pub that's called the Lucky Tailor.
Alright.
Nice. It's a pub. Found it.
It's a pub.
Kind of Taylor.
It's the Denny's attached to a hotel.
Kind of, yeah.
This is where you plan an uprising.
Some Denny's now.
Talk about needing a grand slam.
I like their super bird.
Dungeons, Dragons, and Denny's.
That would be amazing.
Dungeons
That's a
and
great
Denny's.
idea.
Dungeons and Denny's.
moons over my hammy. Yeah, I guess we'll go in.
Okay. You go in and it has a smoky atmosphere. You smell something that's not common to Ferelden. And people are actively smoking this thing that's not common to Ferelden.
Need a bandana.
It just depends on what the hookah has in it. Is it wacky?
It's lyrium.
What's lit?
They're smoking lyrium.
I mean, I bet there is somebody out there who has most definitely tried.
They're smoking lyrium.
I mean, they smoke rock, so crack rocks.
They're that
That's
hardcore.
what I'm saying. 100% somebody has tried to smoke lyrium.
Bray is just really quiet.
Does the Templar know anyone who smoked lyrium?
Someone tried.
Tried.
Yeah, and another one was there to snort it.
What happened?
It wasn't pretty.
Do I know this man?
No,
Okay, so it wasn't you.
no. I'm not that stupid.
It's my whole range of Templars right there.
We were all young once.
Fair, but no.
I forgot how old my character is. I'm 20.
We're all young once. I'm 20.
Yeah.
Mm.
Meaning I was 16.
What are you?
I rolled a 7 in perception to see if I could see the guys that were in the inn with us this morning.
Smoky and dark. So no,
You
not
don't
really.
even know who you were looking for, though.
Yeah, but like, that's true. I guess, yeah.
That 7 is appropriate.
I looked around.
No one looks familiar.
No.
I got another 17.
With perfect clarity.
You look around through the smoke, and you don't see those men.
I don't have my age written down. I don't know how old I am.
Uh-oh.
I'll accept that.
That is now canon.
That's because you probably identify with the ages like that are in your head. So like at different points you'd be like, yeah, I'm 43. Or I'm 16 years old.
I'm 5. Okay.
Have you seen that movie called Split? I think is what it is. I'm not Shyamalan one. Shyamalan. Whatever.
I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it.
It's pretty
It was
good.
really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Oh, that's the one that, yeah, I wanted to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It took a turn about midway through, and I was like, what?
Yeah, it ties into Unbreakable, and then there's a new movie coming out as well,
Huh.
which apparently those are all superhero movies. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unbreakable.
it took a turn.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, right.
I mean, sorta like they reveal it in Unbreakable to a point.
I actually haven't seen Unbreakable, but I know it had to do with like
I mean, but it's not even like they wouldn't reveal it as like, I don't know if I'd even call it superhero. It's just a way to describe it, like.
At the very end of Unbreakable, Bruce Willis is like somewhere and watching like a newscast.
No, that's totally at the end of Split. I mean, it might be at the end of Unbreakable as well.
No, because I remember like because it wasn't in the movie, and we had to watch it because you said it was we read that it was a reference to Unbreakable, so we watched the Unbreakable scene that they referenced each other.
Sure, that's not how that worked.
Whatever. It had Bruce Willis. It was cool.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
just one of those things.
That's
you know.
all that matters.
Yeah, I haven't seen Unbreakable either. Actually.
Yeah, it's that one has Samuel L. Jackson in it
Yeah.
with Bruce Willis.
I still haven't
Yeah.
seen the other Samuel L. Jackson movie either. The one where he's the president, and his airplane goes down.
Snakes on him.
No, he's like stuck in the Congo, and people are trying to murder him, and he's got this little boy with him. That has a bow
Did
and
they
arrow.
remake Air Force One with Samuel L. Jackson?
Yes, I think that's what it's called. Is Air Force One? I think actually.
Air Force One is the
Harrison
Harrison Ford movie.
I don't
Did they
remember.
remake? Surely they didn't remake Air Force One. They don't need to remake Air Force One.
The power of Google. There is Samuel L. Jackson. Let's see.
Samuel L. Jackson on a plane without snakes.
Without. It's perfect Google search. I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
You mean that?
Possibly, honestly.
Google's creepy.
Yeah, totally is. Like, did you mean?
Big game.
Yes, I did.
Was that what it was called?
The U.S. president must rely on a 13-year-old boy to get him out alive after Air Force One is shot down over Finland as part of a psychopath
Congo.
plot to hunt and kill the president.
I didn't expect a jungle to be in Finland.
Yeah, the Congo is Finland.
Finland.
I would think Finland would be more presidentially friendly.
Finland.
What was the movie called?
Big Game.
Oh, okay.
Because
By the name of the movie, it sounds like it should be Congo. Big
Or
Game.
it's a sequel to Shaft.
Oh
I don't know,
man.
it sounds like the movie where they bring the people out to the island and the guy hunts the people. Because that's
Most
the real true
Dangerous
big.
Game.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Yep.
it. It's a true big game.
yes.
No, like they're trying to kill the president, and they try to kill him by taking down Air Force One, and that doesn't kill him because he survives, and he gets found by the 13-year-old boy, and then like they try to help him survive together as he escapes
It's
from
a
the
bunch
forest.
of shit. Like, you have a 33% chance to hit the right plane to have the one with the president, and you manage to do so, and you still don't kill him.
It was I don't know, the trailer for it
Terrible
looked
terrorist.
the trailer
Yeah,
for it
right?
looked absolutely ridiculous, so I never watched
They have
it.
to be good to pick the
Yeah,
right
they
Air
have to
Force
be.
One, though.
Yeah.
But, like, terrible because they somehow did not manage
Because
to blow up a plane to
when
kill
we were
him.
when we were in
Samuel
D.C., there were several helicopters like headed towards the White House, and only one of them landed. So, and they were all the same. You would have to have really good luck to be able to hit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The
Or
One.
somebody on the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler
movie.
alert.
It was the 13-year-old boy.
Dun,
Dun dun.
With the bow and arrow.
Game.
Was it him? Did you roll for it?
Gosh. It's funny. I like that.
But yeah, you guys are in a pub, smoky ass pub. Lawrence is going over to the hookah
Hookah bar, I was right.
because
I
he's
don't
gonna
know.
go smoke.
Whatever it is.
Yes.
Good luck.
I don't need it. I'm the phallic razor.
And this is how he died.
I don't know that I said that in games. Tell me just shush. You get that's.
That's not shushing, that's just the sucking noise.
Whatever.
There are no walls. I
Yeah.
don't even know at this point.
Whatever Lorenzo is smoking has caused him to go meta.
Better. I had a dream.
I feel like we're all just pawns in some bigger person's game.
They're giants, or are they gods? I don't know.
Is that like I think there's D&D and Fable as well.
Yes, there is.
So
Yeah,
Very
with the 3-4 mages.
yeah.
Yeah, In that one house.
Yep.
Where you gotta save the princess.
What?
One or two?
Two.
Two?
It was two.
Yeah. There's like a house tucked back into a corner. You go in there.
It's been so
You get made into a miniature
Miniature.
and dropped into the world,
Yeah.
which is a
A
board.
board that they
Oh,
had
that's
these
fun.
wizards had made.
Yeah, and the whole time they're like rolling,
Yeah.
narrating, and like parts break off
And then-
the props.
Yeah, there's a part where they argue whether storytelling or combat is better, and yeah.
Yeah, mobs will just disappear, new stuff will spawn in.
Yeah.
What me talked about. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
I haven't played Fable 2 since it came out, like, so a million years ago. It's
I
probably been,
played
what,
the shit out of two.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
all the Fables, they were so cool.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
I haven't played the first one.
Rest in peace, like.
The first one was
Studio.
amazing.
Right.
It was like my first proper like modern game, and it's what got me into gaming again. Like
Peter Molyneux is a terrible game director, but a genius. Black and White's awesome. Fable's awesome. Like,
I want to play Black and White. I want to play it so bad. Anyways, but I can't find an emulator online for it
why do you need an emulator?
because I can't find the actual copy of it.
I just downloaded crack. It might be on good old downloads. It's like GOG, but they
Mhm.
take everything off of GOG, and because GOG is DRM free, all you need is the setup file.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty awesome.
Because I think they had Grim Fandango for free, and I downloaded it.
They also had The Witcher for free. The original
The
Witcher.
original. Yeah. Yeah. The original. Yes. Pub.
Yep.
There are a few individuals starting to look at you guys. Because, well, not sitting at a table.
I
You
guess
guys
we'll,
are just perusing.
we'll find the bar area since it's a pub and go sit down.
It's like, what can I get you?
Ale.
Yeah.
Ale. Ale.
Have anything stronger than ale?
Skip finger guns.
Yeah, you did.
The double barrel, double
the gun-
finger
in the
gun. Like, I don't
gunless
even. In the gunless world.
That's what that hookah does to you.
So what's going on?
See other worlds.
Visions of the future in other universes.
I drink it.
You drink it. Let's see here. Drinking is a constitution focus.
Okay.
Roll that shit.
Is it stamina based or anything?
It's constitution drinking. It's a legitimate
It
focus.
is its own focus.
Yeah.
Yes, it is its own focus
You
in
can have a
Dragon
drink
Age.
focus.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Focus.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, you're flat on your ass. Just boom.
Take another drink.
No, there is no other drink. There is no other. Just like.
Oh, well, that's. Oh.
They put lyrium in that or something? Golly.
I'll get up eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm not a rogue. I don't know how to do sneaky, stealthy.
Sticky sail. Yeah, and your other rogue is hitting the hookah.
Maybe he's being the best rogue.
Blending in.
Blending in.
Mingling.
I'm blending in too.
On the
Blending into
floor.
the floor, yes.
Ah.
I can also breathe down here. Smoke rises.
That's true. Yeah.
We're gonna get like a we're gonna get like a what do they call it? Contact high.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
I can't be that strong. I wanna take a drink. It's the same thing.
Go ahead. Roll that shit.
That's better than mine.
Not by much. It's Constitution.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like 14.
14. It was 15. So.
Damn it all!
You're. You're right beside him.
Hi.
There's an Avar pile.
Yeah, we had a pile of that there.
It's like it can't be that strong. So close.
I'm not going to
Yeah, no thanks.
get competitive. I cannot.
I mean, he's gonna wake up first because he was closer.
Woo!
I took a bigger
from,
drink.
Yeah, I know.
From the bar, do I have a decent view of the room?
Yeah.
Do I see like a large collection of people anywhere in there?
Too small.
Okay.
You actually see Lawrence like chilling with 2-3 other people.
What was the passphrase?
Something about a rooster.
The rooster isn't well either. I'm gonna do perception. 12. Right? 8, 9, 10, 12. Yeah, 12. Hi.
Just got half a puppy.
I
There
know.
you go.
Staring her down.
Half a puppy's better than no puppy.
Depends on the half.
You like those ear scritches?
So, you look around and you do notice there's like one guy kind of moving around what seems to be semi-constantly.
Is it? Was it the guy? Was it a guy from this morning? No, just. I want to try to keep my ears open.
Okay. He actually comes and sits beside you. It's like, too bad about the weather we're having, eh?
Oh, sorry. Address. Yeah. This weather, man. My I don't know. I don't know how to talk stuff. Like, what? Okay, yeah. The rooster isn't well either.
Come with me.
Okay, so I'll follow along with Mama Bari. We're leaving you guys. Oh wait, Bray's with us too, yeah?
Well, I'll stay with them.
Okay, good. They need a protector.
Wake up. Nudge with the puppy. You guys are led around back to a cellar door. Guy opens it and then it's just like, meeting's down there.
I guess I go in.
Thank you.
Mm. You see a large group of individuals down here.
How large?
We're talking 35.
Seems like I have a death fog.
Cast Death Fog down there and like chain the cellar door closed.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay. I kind of want to move to like one side of the room or the other so I can get a good view of the room.
Okay.
Sounds good.
But yeah, this just looks like a cellar that they just cleared out for this particular purpose. Because once you get to the wall, you realize the shelves have been pushed all the way to the walls.
I'll just wait and keep my ears open. Wait for them to say
What do
or
the
something.
people look like? I mean, are they like
They're just normal.
lower class, higher class, middle class?
It's a little bit of everything.
What everybody?
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic.
Interesting.
Yes. So, yeah, you guys are waiting, and then all of a sudden you see a familiar face come down too. It's Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
And he just goes straight into the crowd and starts talking to people.
He's much better at this than you guys
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's also been doing it for a lot longer.
How did dwarves end up in a resistance meeting?
We're here to resist.
That's racist. We can resist.
This far out away from your home.
We live here.
Yeah.
They're
kind
not
of
bars.
today, but we live here.
They're not Baron. What are you talking about?
I mean, we're out here, so it's not can't see too much.
It's down there. One's on the floor.
We're listening through the floor.
Yeah, exactly. Next level, literally.
As you wake up on the floor.
We do hear noises from below.
Yeah. Yeah, you would actually hear something down there. It's kind of faded and jumbled, but you don't know if it's still the alcohol affecting your head or not.
Or if it's just the normal, voices in your head.
True. That's plausible.
That's confusing. Because do I focus on the voices in my head with willpower or perception? So, I want to try to listen to the mumbling, I guess.
Okay.
On the floor.
On the floor. 10.
10.
14.
14.
Oh, yeah.
For the 10. It sounds like a humming or a buzz. You're not real sure.
It's probably just my
Yeah. It feels like your head.
head.
You, on the other hand, you do think you hear voices through the floorboards, but they're not very clear.
Okay.
But you still see Bray kind of standing over you guys with like cups in his hands. It's like, are you okay?
I'm fine. Take it and I drink.
Take it.
Okay.
It's not the same thing, is it?
It's ale.
Okay.
Yes, he continues to poison you.
Yeah.
It makes it half and half.
Half cut ale? That's all.
Oof. Half of a cup of ale mixed with half of whatever that stuff is would have been potent.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Best night.
So yeah, that's what you guys here are doing. More people are starting to come down to where you all are at. So it gets to the point that it's standing room only.
So 30 plus men.
Why's it gotta be men, yo? It could be women too.
Yeah, we're here.
There's at least 2 of them down there.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if Dwarven women count.
Well,
So
Lord.
it's like a racist and a sexist joke mixed into one. Good job.
That took talent.
That's good.
Until finally, individuals start talking about going to burn down an estate. And how they're gonna plan to do it tomorrow night.
I'm gonna get into that conversation.
Yeah, so you get up beside Lawrence because he's there.
Okay.
It's there.
Yes. It's like, so you guys plan on burning down the estate? I want in.
I'm gonna move up beside him. Nod.
It's like, yeah, we've gotten some of the servants in with us. They're gonna lock and barricade the doors from the outside, and we're just gonna throw flaming stuff. What? Why throw flaming stuff? Why can't you use magic? Dude, you're right, magic. But we don't know anybody who's magical. I am a mage.
I didn't know why we were coming here, but now it's been planned for us,
I don't know what his plan is. I'm not saying that.
And Fireball just happens to be my favorite spell.
Good job, Lawrence.
Oh man.
I don't think you're from around here, are you? No, I'm from LA, but I love rebellions. but just kind of shrug and. All right, so yeah, we're gonna meet tomorrow night once the sun has gone below the horizon. Wait, what?
Somebody's playing a game.
95%. It's like Diablo 3.
How old is your son?
5.
Wow.
Five.
That's impressive. That's a heavy constitution for a 5-year-old.
I mean, really, Diablo's not that bad. Like, just because of the view on it, and he doesn't ever watch any of the cinematics. He just skips through them
Okay.
all. He doesn't like cinematics. So it's
Well, my brother is like 27. He still skips cinematics, so.
Her mom does that. The whole time her mom was playing Destiny 2, she would constantly be asking, well, why am I doing this? Why are they doing that? Why is that happening? Did you not pay attention to anything you did? So frustrating. Especially when you want to know what's going on, but you still don't watch it.
I can imagine like skipping cinema. I mean, because it's like I'm all about that story.
That story.
That story.
I don't know, he probably plays a lot of games he shouldn't, to be completely honest.
I wasn't saying that to like judge. I mean,
No, I think it all I played a lot of games I shouldn't.
Me
But then again, like he's rather comfortable with death. He talks to us about death all the time.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. Fucking kids.
Well, you know, like he's probably at that age where he's probably like trying to form what he thinks about all that, you
Yeah.
know. So it's natural that he would be talking about it and
Yeah.
asking you questions and.
Noah's making sure to stress that they aren't real characters in a video game.
Yeah.
Most of them are monsters. Plays a little bit of he played God of War until he killed the dragon, and then he was done. It's kind of like the end of the game for him.
Yeah.
Killed the dragon.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing else you can do.
Yeah.
I don't mind God of War that much because it's mostly monsters and things, and really compared to the early God of Wars, the new one's really tame.
Yeah.
Like really tame.
Yeah.
Dell.
He wants to listen to the Adele CD.
Hello.
Oh, God.
It's Tina.
An E.
Can I buy a vowel?
So far, you should have D-E-L.
Dell.
That's the first 3 letters. Now you need the last 3.
What
You
is-
need another E.
Oh, delete. Goodness.
T.
I like to solve the puzzle.
Ah.
T.
It's either that or he was naming a necromancer Dell. Pretty clever.
No, the necromancer is delete.
No, it's Dell, and all he does is pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
So they spell it B-E-L-E-T-E.
When we found out that Josh was allergic to flaxseed, I would joke about like keeping pocket flax, you know, because he's like super allergic apparently, randomly, you know, pocket flax.
Just roll it in his pillowcase.
Yeah.
Pocket flex.
Oh man, that'd be bad. And we had been putting it in my dog's food for years, like, to wonder that he didn't have some sort of crazy reaction.
I swell up every time the dog licks me.
Yeah.
That's cool. He uses video games to learn how to read, learn how to spell. Because like we'll just write post-it notes, just like whatever it is he wants to know how to spell, and like draw a picture, and then he just
Yeah.
uses it to type it in or whatever it is.
Oh, that's cute.
Types in his name and everything else on everything. It's 5.
He sounds like a smart kid.
He surprises me all the time. Worries me all the time. Conniving.
Go ahead and make a new character though, okay? Okay, bye. Love you. Bye.
Yelling.
I know, you're screaming.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have it up to my ear.
We solved the puzzle.
What?
Delete.
Delete.
Oh.
There was a new spell back there. Like, what?
D-E-L. What?
And then 3 more letters. Delete.
No, he plays on my Diablo account, but you can only make so many characters. Yeah. He wants to delete one of his because he's made like 2 Crusaders and like 3 other classes.
Oh, yeah. Like a Crusader, a Demon Hunter, and
A monk.
a monk.
I think it's a monk. It's a necromancer. I don't know. It's something. But he's got at least 3, and he made 2 Crusaders. So if he only has the one, then he deleted the other one, which is not good. He does not need to be going through my account pressing delete.
Yeah.
You can undelete things.
Yeah, by contacting support.
Now there's an undelete button for your last deleted character.
For the last one.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
You just undeleted Cookie Monster.
No!
It's awesome. Kind of want to make a barbarian named Cookie Monster now and just dye all his gear blue.
Yes. Yes.
That is hilarious.
Okay, so did we go anywhere after that? Or is Lawrence still trying to convince everybody to let him burn down the estate?
He wants to burn down the estate.
Yeah, we were just eavesdropping on you, so.
Yeah. That's all we were doing.
I was wondering why he was calling. He was like, "Can I play on your computer?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, that should be okay anyway." And he's like, "Okay, can I play Diablo?"
Fuck.
Yeah. Can I delete a character? No. It's like, wait till I get home. And he was like, "But I want to play another character, and I don't want to play the ones I have."
He plays level 20, then stops playing and makes a new character.
And then levels it to level 20, and then stops playing.
So he
levels
plays
it.
WoW.
That's very type A.
He says he wants to level them all, and that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Because now that he has 3 level to 20, he wants to get the other classes to level 20. And
Yeah.
then he said he's going to level them all at level 70. Yeah, it is very type A.
Very type A.
Yeah,
That's really cute.
he's hilarious. He's super smart, though.
Really, he sounds like he's really smart.
He got a piece of paper while we were on the phone and got a marker and actually wrote down delete because he wanted me to spell it for him.
Wow. That's impressive.
He hasn't even started kindergarten yet. Yeah,
Who
it's
says video games? Blah 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 blah.
This is the biggest incentive for him to learn video games. The first thing he learned to read was yes and no. Because it's like the biggest question you get
Yeah.
asked in video games. Do you yes or no?
We started reading like armor and bow and weapons. And
I love it.
there's post-it notes all over her desk and on the walls and
And
everything
all
else
the,
says.
on the table where like the PlayStation or the PS4 set up and our TV and stuff, they're all along there, all along my desk.
Hide, armor, wood.
And I drew little pictures of it
Stone.
so you know what they are.
I love it. That's great. That makes me so happy.
But yeah,
Yeah, Lawrence is convincing them that he's a mage and that he can burn down the house.
okay.
Because these people are obviously stupid. Because he doesn't look like a mage.
Oh, and his fine Orlesian gear.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody, like, I'm gonna look around, does anybody look suspicious of him, or is everybody just, like, nodding along, like, yeah?
Well, I mean, it's just this group of individuals near the front. Everybody else is having their own conversations.
Okay. Is there something we're waiting on?
From what I can gather, this is just a collaboration meeting.
So no head honcho in charge, it's just a bunch of unhappy people.
Yes.
Okay.
Quite amusing.
When did they say they plan to attack?
Tomorrow night.
Wow. Okay. Alright. This is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be very fun.
I want to try to get like some sort of reasoning, like motive, you know, behind all this. So I'm just gonna start like loudly complaining about the Pentaghasts. Like, you know, they've really got it coming to them after all that they've done.
It's like, yeah! Those damn dragon hunters! They think they own this place!
I mean, what about us, right?
Right! We don't have to pay them our taxes!
Of course, it's taxes.
It's always taxes.
Taxation is theft.
It's my hard-earned money.
You're not there. Are
Oh.
you like in
yeah,
the bar?
you're
Taxation is stuff.
Let's have this random urge. I don't know.
One of the like voices in your head rolled really good on that perception.
There you go.
And Bry's just like, what are you talking about? I am so confused.
Taxation.
I'm gonna move away from Lawrence and his group and just kind of like, I don't know, like slowly move around from group to group and just listen to what people are talking about.
Okay.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I got a 12.
Good at 12. So from group to group, there are individuals who are talking about running for a position of power and maybe trying to get someone to like endorse or get behind. There are some individuals who are just like, we could just kidnap their daughter and ransom her. They'll take a dent out of their fortune. You know, just different plans. It's just ideas at this point. Lawrence's group that he convinced that he was a mage is the only one who's just like, yeah, tomorrow night we're gonna set fire. We're gonna arson.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna move back to Ferda. Talk to her about what I found. Just that they're really unorganized. And that they don't seem to have any real plan of attack other than just dismantling the Pendergast however they can.
Burning! Did you know any fire? I told you I know Fireball. Could you prove it? Yes, I can.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
And this is where we lock the doors.
I'm gonna slowly like move towards the door.
Yeah.
Unless he's pickpocketed me, he shouldn't be able to summon a fire elemental.
You don't know, do you?
No.
Have you checked your bags?
Nope.
Nope.
Sounds like Lawrence.
But that is a good way to stop an uprising.
I've been thinking about it the whole time. If I was there, I would just like throw a flame blast at a fire orb and then take off right through the door.
So you guys are just like, oh shit, this is where he gets made. So you're backing towards the door, and then he's just like, fire! He does some kind of waving with his hands elaborately, almost like he's been watching Arden quite a bit. Then he's like, fireball! And you see actually this flame like come out of his hand and hit what looks like the wall. So it just flares up. Woo!
So not an elemental.
No.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
Good job.
And
Lawrence.
trickery. And they're just like, wait, the tavern's burning! It's like, you should have thought about that before, you asked me to do fireball. People just trying to put down.
Great. Awesome.
The floorboards are starting to feel really hot.
You smell that?
Smells like burning wood.
Wasn't me this time.
His farts smell like burning wood.
Don't yours.
Am I having a stroke?
I guess we'll leave the basement because it's on fire.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Seems like a good plan.
exit stage, right?
I'm gonna try and make a point to look at all the faces of everyone who's coming out of the cellar, like after me.
That sounds good.
No, lock them all in there.
What?
Lock them all in.
But Lawrence is in the middle of them all.
Lawrence is a wizard, apparently. I'll figure it out.
Lawrence is a rogue.
He'll figure it out.
No. It's not how you take him out. It's not fun. It's not a battle. It's not a fair
Yeah,
fight.
remember she's warrior cast.
Yeah.
Warrior cast. You would have to convince the rogue.
Yeah.
The Dusttown rogue.
Lock the door. I'm not there, but lock the door.
That could blow back in our faces.
Only if you open it back up.
Eh. So yeah, a lot of people just start streaming out of the basement, including Lawrence included with them.
Does Lawrence have an entourage now?
Lawrence has friends,
Alright. I guess we'll go back
but he's just like, yeah, I'll catch up with you all tomorrow. Same place? No. Oh, okay. I'll be there. And
Your guns.
yes,
Alright, well then back to the bar.
I saw the bartender do it. I don't know.
Must be a local custom.
So you two still on the floor?
I don't know.
No, we got up.
Did we? Yeah. Sort of.
I mean, you gave us the ale. I would have stood back up and.
It's a fair point.
The tavern's on fire.
She looks so proud of yourself.
The tavern that we are currently in, or the one next door?
No, the one that we're currently in, because the basement's on fire. We probably should leave.
But where's all the alcohol?
We should leave.
No. Where's all the rum going?
Well, okay, I want to head to the tavern next door.
The tavern next door.
Bar hopping.
Alright. You head to the place next door. The tavern next door. You hear people screaming and running from the other one.
We're just calmly walking to the next one.
Yeah, I know. Just head in, grab a seat.
So, now what? Are you gonna go through with meeting up with him tomorrow?
Oh, yes.
Are you gonna burn down there? No, I wasn't really there.
Yeah, you weren't there. You don't know what the hell happened.
What's your plan?
Well, my plan is to wing it. Kind of. I'm still sorting it out.
What are we
Should
doing?
we warn the Pentagusts?
And ruin their fun of burning down their estate? Yes.
Well, it should be one of us since we weren't there.
Exactly.
Or even Bray.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, pure brain.
Wait, whose house are we burning down?
Pendergrass.
Why?
Well, apparently Lawrence joined the rebellion.
No. I convinced them that I was a mage.
And joined the rebellion. He's doing a good job of this mage thing.
Yeah.
I burned down that tavern.
I could burn down the tavern.
Of course you could. I just copied your moves.
It was It was a fantastic display.
Sad I missed it.
You should be. It was glorious. And now there's people running trying to put out the fire.
I could just every time I imagine Lawrence, I imagine him doing like the Captain Morgan pose, just like standing. Yes.
It's
Very
even more
proud.
appropriate now that he's Orlesian.
Yeah.
Wee wee.
Okay. hang out here for a little bit, listen to the screams.
Yeah. Listening to people baking, people putting out the fire.
So, when are we going to tell them?
Soon.
Yeah.
Aren't you, Bray? Huh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's either got to be you or one of the Avar.
Why?
We can't really.
That's true.
We can't really be seen at a We Hate the Pendergrass meeting and then walk up to the Pendergrass house.
Exactly. That would blow our cover!
But, I mean, sort of, you've already seen it at the Pendergrass house.
Why don't you go back since you like their house so much and you want to stay there? You could just tell them about this epic plot and you could probably get to stay there.
They'll probably feed me more, too.
Exactly.
Until we burn it down.
We're not burning it down, though.
We're burning it down. No, I'm kidding.
You burnt down the bandit hideout. The
No, I didn't.
The resistance hideout.
No, it's still standing. The pub's still standing.
Well, then you aren't getting the hang of this mage then.
No, they were able to put it out pretty quick.
Was it a very big fire?
Alcohol does that.
You need a bigger fire.
Well, it was spreading. But like I said, alcohol does that.
Are you gonna go with
I
Bray?
burned the alcohol.
Sure. Why? Wait. Yeah, sure.
Are you gonna go with Bray?
Sure.
Why am I going to, okay.
I don't need a babysitter.
It's not so much a babysitter, it's just, you guys are babysitting him. What? Nothing, Percy.
Okay. Good luck. Godspeed. Hope they believe you. Since you have no proof.
They know me. They like me.
They did say that some of the servants are in on it, so be careful whom you say.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, just walk in and
That's
be like,
important information.
yo! Gonna burn the place. Oh, really?
God.
Yeah, we'll let them know immediately. Have a great day.
Probably even more important that, like, somebody else should go because they probably won't let you in.
Oh, they'll totally let me
I hope so.
I hope so.
I'm gonna head back to the inn that we were supposed to stay at because that's where Alexa was supposed to meet us if she needed us.
Right.
And then I'm just gonna study my Orlesian book to learn Orlesian. Yeah.
Oui.
We baguette.
Omelette. Omelette du fromage. What? Cheese omelet. Cheese
in. I know. Thinking.
Croissant. So, Bray and the two Avar go to the Pentagrass house while Lorenzo and Violet study Orlesian together, and Berta is practicing her
I don't have the app up.
lute.
I gotta tune it.
I got some scales.
But it'd be really silly the more you play a phone lute, the more out of tune it gets every time you play a regular guitar.
Oh, that'd be so annoying. It's really out of tune. It's so out of tune. Yay.
Yay. Sounds
And the volume needs to be turned up on my lute. There we go. It had a sock stuffed inside it, you know, so I had to take it out.
You
where you
probably
hide your
shouldn't
money.
put your socks in it. Yeah. Lute.
Oh.
Bray dead.
Bray died.
He did.
He did.
DJ.
Tripped and fell.
Fell on a sword.
Play beautiful music from Ava Bar.
right.
Beautiful.
All right.
Play
so-
Freebird. Free Griffin.
Free Griffin.
I'm a free griffin now. Alright. Alright. So, what do we're just gonna go up there and be like, there is a plan to burn your family alive.
No, because
Right.
the servant will answer the door.
Okay,
We
we're
have to find
gonna...
Alexa.
So first of all, we're here to thank the wonderful chef for my wonderful meal. First of all,
Okay.
so that's how we get in. But then we also have knowledge of a wyvern nest outside of town that has been riled up and is posing danger. to
And then
its
you
local
show them an
village.
orb and say this.
I will.
Yeah, something about that.
I will.
Alright, we can make this happen, yeah. We can work with this, I guess.
Good game plan.
That's what they call in the business at GGP. And what business would that be? Oh, just the business. If you have to ask. Sorry.
You're fine.
And if they won't let us in, we just kill the guy at the front door.
I hit him in the head with a shovel.
Sounds good.
No. No. Please don't do that. Please.
I'm not there.
That's a bad idea.
Well, unless you come up with an alternative.
I don't know, man. I think that's a pretty good idea.
I think it would work just fine.
Yeah. Knock the guy out. Drag his body off.
I don't know about dragging the body.
I think you guys spent too long on the hookah.
I think we can just leave him there because once we explain why we're here, they'll forgive us.
For knocking somebody out?
Yeah, he could have been one of the trader servants.
Who are you talking to?
Myself.
Okay. That explains a lot. Alright, there's a raven nest stirred up outside of town. We know where it is, but we would like to thank the chef for his hospitality. We got this.
Oh my word. Good job, guys.
You sent the 18.
We said the 18.
We get shit done.
Dorvins, can I help you? Yes, we need an appointment with Mr. Pendergrass, and we would also like to thank the chef. Thank the chef. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the reason I'm alive.
Mm-hmm.
Cooked up this nice slab of wyvern meat for me, and wyvern steak. Turned it into like 6 different plates. Even gave me an antidote. It's pretty cool. Pretty tasty.
Right this way, then. As he leads you guys into the kitchen.
Good job, you got in the house. Now what?
Yeah. Okay. We're in.
We'll get in.
But the thing is,
Alright, for character knowledge, how big is this place?
you're looking at probably 3 stories with 2 wings.
Like, we're talking White House big or smaller?
How big is the White
No, I
House?
was gonna say, have you been to the White House?
Well, we've seen it from the outside.
Yeah, we've seen it from like trees and the roof of
Okay.
it.
Is it Walmart big or smaller?
There you go.
It's like Walmart before Walmart was a super
Maybe it's like the
big.
TARDIS. Maybe it's like bigger on the inside
Like GM
because of
side,
magic.
including the apparel. 3 stories.
3 stories. Is there a basement?
Wings, you don't know.
You don't know.
Okay.
You don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is the 3 stories just what we see? Okay.
You said character knowledge, so I was like,
Yeah.
you don't know.
I mean, that's just why when you said 3, was it what I visibly see, or is it
Yes.
including?
Visibly. This is a big estate. Grandiose. Has gardens out back. Maybe a fountain or two. You know.
In my course of being here, how many people have I seen working?
Okay, so from the front floor, where the individual who answered the door was, you noticed there was 3 people cleaning the floor, and then you moved into the dining area where it looks like they were cleaning up dinner.
How many were in there?
There was 5 in there, cleaning up dinner. Now you are in the kitchen, which has the cook and the 4 other people doing dishes.
Okay.
Big place.
And this is just on the ground level.
Yeah, this is the only 3 rooms you've been on the ground level, yeah.
Well, the servants.
So it's 13 total. Okay.
Are you gonna hit me on this?
I'm
You're
developing the plan as we go.
ad-libbing.
Yeah, basically. I don't really know where to go from here.
Well,
Figure it out.
we need to go up, right?
Probably, maybe. Who knows? They could, have their office in the basement. Is there a basement?
I didn't see.
There could be an office house.
Are we still with the servant?
Are we still with the servant?
No, he took you guys to the
Just left us?
kitchen. Well, he's outside the door. So make it quick. I will retrieve you in a moment.
So we get to talk to the cook, but not.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I asked him to make an appointment, so that should take him a minute unless he asks another servant to go and get it. One of us should break off from the group.
Go for it.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
I was planning on it.
No, okay. Go for it. You're not really sneaky. You're kind of like twice the size he is, but
Oh, my plan was probably different.
What was your plan?
Hitman.
Okay. I mean, we could do that, but they'll probably scream. Last time we tried to bash someone's face into a tree, didn't quite succeed.
Well, these guys look a lot squishier.
They're just servants.
Ray's gone up to the chef. It's like, I love your clothes. Do you have another spare one? Oh, yes. It's like, can I wear that? It's like, yeah, go ahead. It's like, what's it on? It's like, thanks. Just takes off others. Oh. He stole my clothes.
Well, he did ask if he could have.
You gave them to him.
Right. Coming is so hard.
You got the communist show?
No, he said common, not communism.
Communist?
Oh my god.
Communism so hard.
I know.
Communism is so hard.
That's what I thought you said too, and I was just trying to put it together.
So was I! But I went to the bathroom and came back. I was like, is this guy Russian? Like, so we'll go for it.
Wow.
Soviet Orlais, class, where are you?
Soviet or Man. Okay. So yeah, that servant comes in. It's like, you gentlemen ready to proceed into the lobby?
And from there to our meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did Brave break away?
Yeah. He's already gone. He stole the chef's outfit.
He didn't steal it. He asked.
Yeah, he did ask. And ran out. So. You guys are taken to the lobby to wait. Under close supervision.
How many?
Well, that guy. And then 2 others so far.
Oh, these are two new others.
2 new others.
Oh, you guys.
You have chain lightning. I'm just
Oh my god.
Fry the whole for you.
Do it. I'll obviously appreciate all of your efforts if you barbecue all of their servants.
Well, they're traitors.
Not all of them. I'm not there.
Yeah. You're not there. You're practicing your loot.
Do it.
How could you ever know whether or not you have the right one? You just gotta get them all.
That's very it's very fuck up.
That was quite. You suddenly hear what sounds like yelling upstairs.
Whoever could have done.
Excuse me.
And that servant just kind of looks, just like, excuse me, as he goes upstairs, leaving the other two with you two.
Are they paying attention to us or are they cleaning?
Oh no, they're paying attention.
Aw.
The cleaners have moved on to another room.
Now, the two others, are they armed or are they just standing there?
They are armed.
Mm.
It seems to me like this was a lot more complicated than it could have been.
I do things easily. So get yourself thrown into a really crappy situation you have to get out of. It's more exciting.
You got it. Absolute faith.
Don't get crushed by a gate or what have you.
Get turned into a pile of evil goo.
You gonna wait it out, or
Could we hear the words or was it in foreign?
it was
It
a
wasn't
scream?
Foreign.
I didn't know if it was like screaming as in like a
No.
yell or screaming as in like get the fuck out of here.
No, it was a scream of distress.
Oh. I guess I'll wait because the guards didn't seem to act.
Yeah.
Because they're not very good Secret Service.
That's
About maybe 20 minutes pass before he comes back downstairs. It's just like, my apologies.
what happened?
The missus said that she saw a mouse.
Gotta watch out for the mouse.
I bet he's in on it.
Stewart fucking little.
Wait, so you're telling me that the family of Wyvern hunters was screaming over a mouse?
Said it startled her.
No, was this Alexa?
Yes.
Alexa scared of mice.
Damn it, I wish I was a shapeshifter now.
I still want. I want to. Yeah. I want to be a shapeshifter. I want to go into the fate and somehow, against all odds, find that one specific ability and come out unscathed. That's not too much to ask, right?
Yeah,
It's
no.
happened before. Someone went into another realm and found your Miradactyl.
Your mirror.
And came back with a sword.
I did.
Came back with a sword
And a goal.
and a goal.
Kill people with that sword.
Is
Steal their
Should have
souls.
died all the way through, but he
Yeah.
rolled. And he survived.
Yeah.
Plummeting through the plane of air, by the way. Yeah, I was like, this is GG.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Get a new sheet.
Cool. I got it.
You're dead.
wow.
You guys just need to go on adventures more.
Just need to jump into random dimension doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun. But I didn't. Why tell me it's okay? I lived.
Because your mirror can have those adventures.
You're You're just lucky there's not a dimension door in this game. I probably would have already jumped in one.
It's the Fade. Like, yeah, let's go to the Fade.
It's true.
Yeah, you have said multiple times, let's go to the Fade.
And then not done it.
I'm just gonna wait for you guys to all fall asleep.
You keep saying that.
Yeah, you keep saying
Yeah,
You
but-
had an
We haven't been
opportunity.
in
and you didn't
Yeah,
Close
but
proximity.
usually when we
Proximity.
die is or die when we sleep is
When we
in
die.
separate rooms, not like
Well,
But
yeah,
you've
we
been
were even-
camping.
Yeah, and you're
together.
like, no, I gotta wait for the right opportunity.
it has to be the right opportunity.
That was the right
No,
opportunity.
it wasn't.
It
If it was the right opportunity, I would have done it.
Your circular logic. Is
Yeah.
There will be a right time.
There will be a right time.
That's good. Because I don't want to take a left into the Fade. That sounds terrible.
So is the Mister coming, or is he?
He's supposed to be down once he's finished his other meeting.
Can we just talk to Alexa?
Yeah, call for Alexa.
She was preoccupied.
Alexa!
Alexa,
What are you doing?
walk down the stairs.
She was bathing.
She was bathing the last time I was here.
She takes a bath like every day.
Well,
I don't even bathe that many times in a year.
Father does not like her tracking blood through the estate. That is all.
You worried about blood through the estate when you're infested with mice?
I know. Priorities.
Okay.
Do you have a basement that these mice could be coming in?
No,
Is he a good lord?
he's good.
He's a good lord.
No cellar, no nothing. Storage of food.
We have a greenery out back and but it's out back.
You don't have any servants running around taking care of this problem?
We didn't know there was a problem until tonight.
Alexa!
Oh. And then this guy just kind of comes down the stairs, like, rather quickly and abruptly, and just one of the servants runs and grabs the guy's coat, and then he just takes it from the man and out the door.
Did he look pissed?
Yes.
Well, that wasn't Alexa. It must have been Alex.
It must be the mouse.
The mouse. What's the mouse's name?
We just found out we had a mouse problem tonight. The mouse does not have a name.
I think Jerry's a good name.
This guy's there.
Yeah, you asked the mouse's name. We haven't even asked what his name is.
I don't care about this guy.
Right.
I care about the
It's
mouse.
like, he's just a servant. This is a mouse. He's
Wow, how
Right now, he's the enemy.
Could be. He says he has a good lord, but I don't know if I trust him.
Maybe we should be in communist Navarra. We wouldn't have that problem there.
Communist Navarra.
Was that our meeting?
No, that was his prior meeting.
Do we get to go up there, or is he coming down here?
He's coming down here.
I would prefer this meeting to be in private.
You can discuss it with him then. He said that he will meet you three.
How's there only two of us?
Roll.
Are you talking about the mouse?
Oh no.
Oh no!
What is that a roll for?
That's
Communication?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or is that cunning?
No, it's
No
communication.
communication.
9.
It's like a bluff.
3. There was 3 of you. There was a shorter man.
The mouse.
The mouse.
No, a man.
Well, I mean, I didn't see the mouse. You're the only
He
one.
was the one who was speaking for all 3 of you.
We can speak perfectly fine.
Where did he go?
Can you see the voices in my head?
Where did he go?
Who?
The third person.
No, really, you're the only one who's been able to see them.
So you
Go
saw.
get the servants who were in this room and in the dining area and in the kitchen. And the guy just kind of gives a funny look and then goes off. It's like, there were 3 of you. 2 talls, 1 a little bit shorter than me.
I think he might have been a little bit taller than you. If he existed.
Oh my gosh.
Alexa!
Alexa!
What's your cutting?
1.
That's funny.
0.
Alexa, let's yell for Alexa until she comes.
Giggity.
You snorted.
It caught me so off guard.
And so the servants come back and he starts asking, there were 3 people, right? Yes.
How many servants came back?
God. 8. 12.
You're missing 3.
I know. Oh. Anything else?
Nope.
Ha. So yeah, they came back and he questions every single one of them. It's like, I'm pretty sure there was a 3rd smaller guy. I remember the 2 tall people.
Yeah, it was this guy escorting us through the...
No. He was right behind him, but it wasn't him. I would know what this asshole looks like. Oh, sorry. I would know what he looks like.
Well, there's one. Just drop a flag on that one.
I'm not there.
So, yeah. They confirmed that there were 3 of you.
It just must be something about this house bringing my voices into a physical state.
Until finally Mr. Pendergrast himself, his daughter Alexa, and somebody in a cook's outfit comes down the stairs.
The cook was upstairs.
Bed's room service.
Why was the cook upstairs?
Oh, hey, Bray, there you are. We were looking for you.
That's the cook.
3. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it went well.
Told you there were 3 of us, not 2. I don't know why you pulled all these people in here to question him and everything else.
Yeah.
Wish you would have just went and looked for him. We could have solved this problem forever ago.
I know, right? And I wouldn't have had to come in here now. Going back to clean.
Oh, great. That's hilarious.
Yes. I will escort them out. Now.
But we still need to talk to the mister.
I mean, Bray left. Yeah, I think
Did you take care of the situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something about a mouse problem.
You know, to deal with that mouse problem, we just burned down the estate.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little on the nose. Just a little.
Let's go. I just kind of wants you guys out.
What now?
I don't know.
Alright, so yes, I walked in on Alexa. I didn't think I would. With that body.
So you're a mouse?
Told you it was the mouse.
What? We were wrong. It was indeed the mouse.
Good job.
It was indeed the mouse. Yeah, I let her know the situation. She took me to her dad. Which is why the other guy was pissed. But that's okay.
But why did you tell Alexa?
Why not?
Because
She's a-
what if she's the one trying to overthrow her dad to take over the household?
Well, if you thought that, why were we yelling for Alexa to tell her that in the first place?
I wasn't going to tell her shit.
Oh. Why were we yelling for Alexa?
Doesn't make any sense.
So I was just going to ask her The rooster isn't well either.
See what
Gonna
she did.
ask her this non-inquisitory statement.
It's very
The
clever.
rooster isn't well either.
As she reacts.
And then she's got. Then you win.
Could have said it while we were leaving. Yeah, we gotta get going anyway. The rooster isn't well either.
Yeah, the vampire probably makes sense.
It doesn't matter. She took me to our father, and I explained it to him too.
Or she could just move on her own now.
Oh my god. And justice.
You should have brought us with you, obviously.
Just yesterday, you two were discussing about conscripting her, and now today she could be the enemy.
Things change.
And if we conscript her, she's not the enemy anymore.
That's not how that works.
Well, I mean, just because I don't like her doesn't make her the enemy. She's still my ally, even though she's, you know, a shitty person if she turns out to be a traitor. Traitor, ally, and something like that.
Let's get back to the inn, please.
Remember that conversation we had about how it's much harder to refute bullshit than it
Yeah,
is
it is.
to... Yeah.
I like it.
Your character. Give me an aneurysm.
I feel like I'm watching an episode of The Office. Like, it gives me that kind of, like, cringy feeling.
We just need like another camera that we just stop and look at.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing with these people. I thought it was out of a sense of loyalty since they saved my life. Now I know that's just sort of...
No, now we just
Let's
enrich your life.
No, there's no enrichment here.
It's exciting. It's fun. You may have never gotten to meet those two people had it not been for us.
I would have never been able to walk in on a lady bathing. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that your first?
What?
You seem quite excited about it.
What?
Is that-
Well, I don't think you brought your dagger with you.
First what? What dagger?
Exactly my point.
What?
Your point.
I'm gonna ask Lawrence about this.
It's his first.
First what?
Sexually repressed Templars.
Sexually repressive person.
That's how I felt about, what was his name? Cullen? The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Colin.
Oh, man. That was an interesting bark.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa.
Yes.
Practicing his dubstep.
That would make a good beat, though.
So, you guys return back to Lawrence trying to teach Orlegion.
We move baguette.
Oui, baguette. Bienvenue.
Should have got more food while we were there.
I just hold my plate upside down and food just drops out.
I'd pour you a
Awesome.
drink, but
I have the tankard I'm filling.
are you handing that to me?
No, it's mine.
But you were handing it out.
Because you said thirsty.
Yeah.
Just get a cup and you get, like, backwash would be terrible.
Backwash and a tankard of filling.
Yeah, because it would always be there, right? Just keep.
What if like your like you went to take a drink and the last little bit was backwash and it refilled with backwash?
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's just infinite backwash.
I just imagine probably like in Thor Ragnarok when he drinks the mug and it just like fills back up.
Yeah.
No, I like that idea.
I remember reading a book about a bowl of soup that did that. Actually.
That sounds weirdly familiar.
It just hit me.
Is it a Goosebumps book?
I don't think
The
so.
Goosebumps book.
No.
The evil soup.
No.
I can't remember this book at all. I just know I read a book and there was a refilling bowl of soup. I don't know if I could Google that.
I know there was a thing about a turnip too, or a potato. It was one of them that grew so big over a house, and then the townspeople were happy because they were gonna have food, but then they got tired of eating the same thing for months.
So it's like a collection of stories?
So the Bible?
I mean,
I don't want paleo recipes.
yes, you do. No.
Filling some recipes that won't stretch your waist.
This one's talking about plastic tubes being connected to a soup pot so it constantly refills itself. That's cheating.
That's not. We want a magic one. Come on, not a real one.
I don't know. I can't find it. The only thing he gave me is cookbooks for soup.
Did you chicken soup for the soul?
Big book of culinary medicine.
I was trying to think of a funny
Terry
like
Brooks?
goosebump book title that had to do with soup.
Huh.
You know, because the titles are always silly.
Like puns.
Yeah.
It's the Soup Nazis bowl of soup.
Stone soup. Oh wait, no, that was something else, I think.
Let's say it was
Is
a
an
good
old
bowl.
folk story in which hungry strangers convince the people of a town to each share a small amount of their food in order to make a meal that everyone enjoys. The fable is also called axe soup, button soup, nail soup, and wood soup.
Huh.
I mean, I recall that one too, because they were saying that they know how to make this amazing soup, and all the townspeople were like, "What's stone soup?" Well, you need this ingredient, this ingredient, this ingredient, so that everybody got fed. And they ate too, so.
Yeah, that's gonna bug me for a really long time now.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when something like that occurs to me and I can just Google something generally about it and it pops up. It's the best moment.
Yeah, that's the best feeling. But when it doesn't, it's just like, okay, what other keywords can I use?
Yeah.
I mean, I was probably pushing over a decade since I read that book.
I know. It's been a long time. But
Was it a poem? Was it a story?
I think it's a short
I
story.
think it's, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think it was a poem. I think it's a short story.
Short story. Or children's book. The other.
Like, I'm leaning towards children's book, but not quite like children's book. I don't know. It's like one of those beginning.
Yeah, yeah. And
Man, I don't know.
I don't either. But you guys are all back. So, do you want to talk about your escapades at the Mouse Mansion?
I guess we'll all get a table together and sit. So, how went it? Are they warned?
Yeah.
They're warned.
Did you alert the house?
No.
Like the servants and such?
No.
No,
Good. Well, then all went well.
I just told Alexa and her father.
Okay. Good job. That went really well.
Why are you in the chef's outfit? I liked it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
What's the magic word?
And they just gave it to you?
What's the magic word?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, they did.
The chef just gave it to me. I said, "Hey, I really like your outfit. Can I have it?" And he was like, "Sure."
That guy's very one of a kind.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And then he got mad over it.
He did, because he just kind of walked off with it. But he did say have. Yeah.
He goes, "Can I have that suit?" And he's like, "Sure."
And I got upset because he took it. I guess he didn't. I don't know.
I don't know what he was thinking. But I like it. It's very cozy.
Okay then.
Lawrence. Yes. When they say something is your first, what exactly do they mean by that?
It's your first. First time.
First time, yeah. First time what?
You smell my puppy.
First time. You guys think that's the first time I've walked in on a.
Your mother doesn't count.
I was an orphan, so I never knew my mother.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It probably is the first time that he's walked in on a dragon slayer.
Dragon Slayer, yes.
That's one of a kind.
Walked in on my friend and his relationship. Anyways.
That looked like a haunted look.
Gonna repeat it.
She was a blood mage.
We're Templars. You
Thought she was a Templar.
Was he a skater boy? Did you say see you later boy?
He wasn't good enough for her.
As a blood mage, I feel like I should pretend to be a Templar.
That's your
Why?
ultimate goal in life.
Hide amongst your enemies. Did you read that article? It came out like a week ago about the illegal immigrant who got a job working as border patrol.
No.
Do you know how long? Do you know how long he worked as border patrol?
Probably 10, 15.
Not that long.
It was about 10. I think it was 7.
Yeah,
is what
it was 7. But he made 7 years working as border patrol.
Amazing.
Yeah, you actually.
Wow.
They'll never find me here.
You think that they're like
I hope he got
screening
paid.
system?
Yeah. I mean, supposedly he had to send in like a birth certificate and stuff,
Social
but
security number.
but I don't think any of that was ever actually checked.
Yeah.
I think he just sent it in and
They
got
were
the
just
job.
like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can see that.
But yeah, that's kind of the idea there.
Yeah.
Blood mage and Templars.
7 years.
Here's my Templar number.
So, 2011?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
He's probably, I'm undercover, guys. Don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead. Sorry.
2011.
Jeez, you can't beat him, join him.
Yeah. Like I said, I hope he got paid.
Yeah.
I wasn't just sitting there pretending like to be an officer for 7 years.
No, like the thing there that gets me is that he was legally hired. He did have to go through the whole process. Yeah, he was working working the job as a border patrol agent for 7 years, being paid. Acting like a U.S. citizen.
One time he woke up, he's like, I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna quit today.
Today's the day.
Today's the day I stop living the lie.
They're gonna find out. I need to quit while I'm ahead. Get a new job.
I'm set for life with this money. I can just go back down to I'm good.
I mean, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like after the first year, you would just be like, yeah, they're not gonna catch me.
Let's see how long it can go. Wow.
That would be the best story ever. Yeah, I stayed in America illegally for, about 10 years. And about 7 of those years, I worked as Border Patrol.
Officer, it was great. The hours were nice. I got paid really well. I let my family and friends through. It's okay. It was good.
But not Raul. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I shot that
He's
bitch.
a dick.
Yes. But yes, mission accomplished.
See? I can do things.
Good deal. I guess we'll then accompany those guys tomorrow, and
We'll burn down the house.
we'll
We're not burning down the house, though.
Not burn down the house.
I have to use my magic.
Well, okay, we gather them all up, and then you act like you're gonna throw a fireball at the house, and then you drop it behind you onto the crowd of people trying to burn down the house.
Okay, we went from bad plan to bad plan.
Why? You just kill the people that are trying to kill other people?
So we should kill them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That's-
they are
most
trying to
of
kill
them
other
will live.
people.
No, the idea is to start a fire, draw out the individuals who are probably the con artist at the house. Hopefully the family is out. Hopefully all the other servants are out. Or they have a different route to get out. Then you know who all the traitors are.
I like Lawrence's plan. Except for the burning down the house part.
It's the signal.
How do you know it's the signal? You weren't there. You didn't talk to him.
I talked to the group.
Yeah, but what did Bray talk? I don't even know his name. Mr. Pendergrast. What did you say to him?
I told him that there was a group of individuals who were interested in burning down the estate tomorrow night.
And what about the servants?
I didn't say anything about the servants because I didn't want him to.
Why did you not say anything?
Because I was kind of flustered.
Good job, guys. You left out those vital pieces of information. That there are traitors.
I'm going back.
I'm going
I'm
back.
picking up and I'm leaving.
Let's go back. I'm going back.
Have fun.
You're actually going back?
Yeah, we're going back.
Again?
So let's go back.
Hello?
Mom, I accidentally deleted your computer. Your whole computer.
No, we were playing Path of Exile, and he's sitting there and he's playing through it and everything else, and we leave to go somewhere, and he's staying there with his grandma and stuff, so he's not alone, but
Yeah.
we come back, and he said that he can't, like, he was playing, and he said he's playing that character because he couldn't find any of his other characters. And I log him out and I look, and there's no characters in the character to select things. But he was just playing one, so it didn't make sense. But that didn't register at first. I was just like, what did you do?
Yeah.
And then there's this little drop down button. You can change between the different like seasons and everything else, and you can select one that shows all your characters, and they're all there.
Yeah.
Stressful.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. I think her niece was like 8 when her niece deleted her mom's Skyrim save.
Why do you need a timer to go off at midnight?
A timer to go off at midnight?
That's when the porn comes on, Mom.
That's what the raid is, Mom.
You
I'm
talking about-
raiding with some guys I found on the internet.
That's when the day starts over and I get new loot.
Yeah, really.
I feel like we need that. I want like a. Well, they have them on the phone, like the taskless RPG things where you complete tasks and it gives you experience and
Yeah.
level up. I need one of those for the Alexa, for the kid.
Yeah.
I cleaned my room. Grat, you get 20 experience.
Yes.
But then he'll just start yelling at it. I cleaned.
I
showered.
I brushed my teeth 3 times.
I washed my hands.
Okay, have you guys heard of? It's a mobile game called. Shoot, what's it called? Knights of Pen and Paper.
Yes,
Yes.
I actually have it on
Yeah.
PC as well.
Yeah.
I have number 2 on PC.
It's the second one.
No, it's actually, yeah, it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny too.
Yeah. I'm sure the PC's better because I don't like microtrans, but free's fine.
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't too much in it that I remember from microtransaction wise.
Oh, this is the free version, so there's microtransactions.
For what though?
Like you can buy other like campaigns or stories or something.
Really? Okay. I didn't know that. That's cool.
You guys are going back to the
I'm sorry.
state. No, you're cool. It's just the 2 of you. Bree decided to stay behind and think about what he did.
Doing it, there's like screaming in the phone or something. Anyway.
Yes. head back to the estate, and you
Knock on the door.
knock on the door. And the servant opens the door and it's just like, oh, you two. Again.
There's only ever been 2 of us.
We need to talk to the Mister again about the mouse problem.
Lord Pendergrass is resting. Would you like to speak to his daughter?
Sure.
Yeah.
One moment. Shuts the door.
Can I try to say the code word? A code line? Past code
Love you,
phrase?
bye-bye.
If the other servant isn't by, yes.
Okay.
I love you, bye bye.
And then finally the door kind of opens and then she comes out and shuts it behind her and it's just like, back again.
Yes.
I love you.
So,
We have an issue.
what's an issue?
The rooster isn't well either.
I can't hear you.
Huh?
The
When
rooster,
did you guys get a rooster?
the rooster isn't well either.
Bye
When did you guys get a rooster? Do you need medicine for it?
It seems okay.
Okay.
She didn't.
Do you
like-
need me to go get an antidote? I'll go get it out.
Stop. Stop right there.
Did it
Wait.
eat the rabbit meat?
This is about the mouse.
Oh,
No, the way from
Gray.
it was pretty good, actually.
Well,
I'll ask about that in a moment.
so do you know about the mouse problem
Yes.
and how they're trying to burn stuff?
Yes.
Well, you have servants on the inside who are also in on it.
Since he failed to mention that.
Oh.
And their code word for the meeting that they had earlier tonight was the rooster isn't well either.
Oh, so that's what that was about. Are you sure you don't need antidote for your rooster?
I don't have a rooster, and if I did, I would eat it. Word on the street.
The rooster isn't well either.
So if you hear those words mentioned by anyone in the house,
They're a traitor and they need to be struck down where they stand.
sure.
Yes.
Good job, guys.
Anyways, good night.
Oh, good night.
Wait.
What's- Hmm?
I mean, obviously, this information is very valuable.
Do you want something to eat?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, come on
I'm gonna go back then.
in. Okay.
Let's stay at the house. I'll be a person on the inside.
Why are these hooligans back in? They're not hooligans. They're gonna be guests.
I'm not there.
He's going back to the inn.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna be a guest, and he's gonna be staying the night
Yeah, I am.
in the guest cottage.
Get your own cottage
I
cheese.
do-
You
What?
can even take a bath.
You could. Your yearly bath.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
His bicentennial bath.
Continue.
Did you say bye bye Centennial?
Yes. Why? Why?
By the way, I think your door greeter needs to learn how to count.
There were 3 individuals. Then there were 2, and now there's the smartass.
It's always been one.
I'm the only one here.
I'm going back to my duties.
Driving this dude bonkers.
Okay, if you wait here, I will go get the cook real quick.
Yes.
6-course meal?
Sure.
Alright! 6-course meal being prepared. You go back to the inn.
I'll go sit at the table if everyone's still there.
Yeah.
Frey is drinking heavily.
Don't be hard on yourself, Bray.
Well, problem solved.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Good.
Agree. How many do you have?
That's how long we've been gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how many times that mug refilled? We'll never know.
Oh yeah.
It's refilling again.
Oh man.
It's
It's like an alcoholic's dream and nightmare.
Yes.
A dream beer.
Drink bad.
How much did you drink last night? I don't know.
I don't know. It kept refilling.
9 gallons.
It's pretty dangerous. You can't even see how much you're drinking. It's not like you have like a stack of cans or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know, you
Yep.
can always say that you just had one.
Yes.
I just had one on.
I said what?
My liver might be failing and I might be poisoned, but I just had one.
One beer. So he's like, psh.
Yeah. No beer. Beer's gross.
So that's when you challenge the cop. But you can't just drink one.
Ah,
Reminds me of is the Man Show, I believe is what it's called. Had an old man on there. They would always chug a beer at the end of the show or whatever, and my dad would watch it all the time. But like he would open his throat and he would have this giant like damn near a pitcher of beer, and he would just tip it up, and then it would just pour down his throat and it'd be gone. Like he could chug like a full thing of beer in like 3 seconds.
What a different era.
It was
Where
insane.
there was a TV show where someone would just chug a whole.
They would get a
pitcher of
random
beer.
it
audience
was
member
on
to-
Spike.
Yeah,
TV.
Comedy Central.
On
originally.
Comedy
Yeah,
Central.
Comedy
too.
Central and Spike.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like they would get a random audience member to chug a beer with them to try to compete with them.
What a
and,
different
yeah,
era.
I know, right?
It's like watching Adam Sandler
It was
movies.
literally called
Yeah.
the Man Show. Like,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, the Man
seeing-
Show.
I
I remember seeing adverts for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On like
It was Jimmy Kimmel and Adam. Can't remember his last name.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was definitely
Sandler.
the host.
No. You don't see much of him now, but he had like a really nasally voice.
Sandler.
I like.
Still accurate.
I think the intro and outro for the show was just women in bikinis jumping on a trampoline.
Yeah.
yeah, because that's what I remember from the advertisement was that I'm in a bikini. Man show.
They
It's only
made
for
a-
men.
There was a post on Reddit. It's talking about, yeah, thanks Jimmy Kimmel, see how you were doing all this back in the past, and now you're like, it's wrong to degrade women.
That's funny.
That's pretty ironic. Yeah.
That's pretty heads and tails. Like,
People can change those sumis.
It's true.
That's true.
It's very true.
Yeah, but it didn't help him any.
No,
Still ironic and hilarious.
unfortunately, you got to start somewhere.
No matter how degrading it is.
Hey, all right, so you're back.
Cry chopping throat.
Arn's having a lovely time at the Pentagras estate.
I'm being honorary Pentagrass.
Oh, is that what they said? Yeah.
Pentagon.
Pentagon.
The Pentag-
Pentagram. Something like that.
Do you want to see too? Yeah. Okay. Thank
You invent the pentagram, because all your blood magic.
Sacrifice the Sumi.
Sacrifice the sumi.
It's like, what?
Stop smiling.
We won't sacrifice the Sumi.
Not today.
Not today.
It's like you can sacrifice treats to me.
Yeah, look at that
face.
Oh, you're so, she's so smart.
What do you want?
It's like, no, continue.
Okay, so. So yeah. Do you guys retire for the evening or?
Yeah.
Okay. We retire for the evening. Well,
Nobody even asked about me.
Well, you've been talking about how you wanted to stay at the house and get food since we got here, so.
Yeah, well.
I'm sure I would have mentioned that in the report.
Yeah, I just assumed that it was relayed.
the person who would probably ask is passed out on the freaking table.
Yeah, no, Aren't staying. Alexa was naked.
Brazen mouse.
During the meeting?
No, just to get Bray fired up. Like right before he passes out, I was like, yeah, Alexa was Snake.
Yeah, pretty mean.
So blue.
You are my son, the one true king.
Remember to give me food. Simi is an honorary Apar.
You gonna rap?
It kind of sounded like she was getting kind of riled up.
He's getting excited.
Yeah, so excited. He spends the night on a feather bed in a cottage all to himself
Ho ho.
Oh!
and wakes up to room service.
Yeah, breakfast. Get that
A large spread of breakfast just for you.
Well rested bonus.
Yes, well rested bonus.
Well fed bonus 10% experience.
Yep.
Hey, what did I do? Why did you come over here?
What's this about treats?
Yeah, she's here to discuss in business. Tweets.
He
Business?
says, I need a well-fed bonus, please.
Well fed bonus, please.
You've already had that. You'll get over encumbered.
I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Shoot, I've played a few games like that. You eat too much, you get like a gluttonous debuff.
Yeah.
Kingdom Come.
Yeah, actually it does.
The chickie from Fable 2. The crunchy chickie. Making you evil.
Making you evil.
And fat. Evil
How
and
you
fat.
got into that temple of,
Yeah.
of evil people. You had
Yes.
to stand at the front gate and eat crunchy
The
chickens.
chickens. Yes. Yes.
There were a few points where I got really low on health, where I was debating whether or not I wanted to be fat or if I wanted to live through this again.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the hard
I don't know, I was
choice.
managed to play through the game with horns, but a halo as well. Every time. I don't know. I had pictures of it on my phone because it was really cool. Running out the halo and horns.
You were Hellboy.
You were Hellboy.
Because I really liked and two, the more you went through like your magic tree, the more you saw like the blue lines and
Yeah.
runes going through
Yes.
you. But then turning evil, like you turned all dark and stuff too. But then
Yes.
I also had a halo because I was still good to people. I was just not good to people. I don't know.
They couldn't decide. Is he good? Is he bad? Or I don't know. He's both.
I liked looking evil but being good. I don't know.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. You guys wake up, go downstairs, and get breakfast.
Breakfast. Yeah.
You have until the night, until the Molotov cocktail.
Ha!
Hmm.
It's clever.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll wander around town and then study my Orlesian book. That's really.
What do you want to do? Anybody?
I was gonna see about finding some more poison/grenade recipes. Just at some point while we're in town.
I want to go buy a bow and arrow.
Okay.
Ooh.
You can do that.
Maybe rumors about like the free marches, if there's been any cult activity or anything.
Actually, can I see the book?
Make sure I don't have any
Thanks.
sneaky
Oh, I got it. I got one.
Anybody else needs it?
Okay.
What is there to do at the estate?
At the estate. Well, what do you want to do?
Take part in things to do with the estate.
The tennis court.
Is there a tennis court?
Not necessarily. There. I mean, it would be kind of more probably like cricket.
It's true. It's true. I don't know.
Yeah. Alexa whacking servants with the freaking stick.
Go stroll through the gardens. Watch some cricket. Just relax.
Yes.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm turning into a pompous avatar.
pompous Advar. It's like, I like having this useless metal. I like roast.
that weight in my pocket. Not sure why. Just makes me feel powerful.
I like having really weird and good food.
Exotic food's best food.
Yes.
You
See?
ever had Ethiopian food? Haven't
Queen
you?
of Sheba.
You ruined my
in
joke.
Louisville.
God bless it.
Queen of Sheba in Louisville, man. Oh, it's good.
You're supposed to say no.
I'm sorry. No, I haven't.
Neither have they.
I mean, you can still work with that joke. You said, well, they haven't.
Yeah, but it's nowhere near as funny. It's
Ow.
like-
Yeah, then you just.
I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it's another layer of burn on there.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
like,
another layer of burn. Oh.
Seriously though, if you guys are ever in Louisville, the Queen of Sheba is really good.
Yeah.
Ethiopian.
They have this weird like bread. Like they don't give you like knives or forks or anything, and it's like this flat kind of spongy bread that you use to get like the stuff, and it's kind of like saucy, like
Saucy.
like it's like meat and vegetables and
Yeah.
like stuff, and you use the bread.
A lot of Eastern food seems to be a lot of vegetables. Then everything's just vegetables. Asian food, Middle Eastern
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
I wrote in the wrong spot.
Wow. I was wondering, I'm just like, why are you racing all the way up there? Okay, so someone bought bow and arrow. Any more purchases that you need to do?
Poison, but I can't really look. I don't know how much that is.
Or you can go to the library.
Cool. I'll do that.
I bet the Pendergrass at the library.
I was just gonna look at the book after he's done because it's not like a rush or anything. I was gonna look at the poison like.
If you
lists.
wanted to explore, yes, the Pendergrass have their own library.
I can't read.
I can't read. I thought you argued that as a shaman you could.
I don't know. Did I?
Yes.
You
I
might
think-
not
I
be
think-
able to read Navarin.
I think I argued that I could have my voices translate for me, and I can take from that whatever I please.
That too.
That was what you were happy with?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
totally happy with that. I mean, what would reading be?
What would reading be? I don't think there's a focus in reading, but it would probably be your cunning.
I would probably say cunning, yeah.
Cunning.
Because that's your lore,
The
that's
last
your
time we
cartography,
leveled up,
this
I
is
put a point in cunning, and I
cultural
actually
lore,
have a 1 there now.
enchantment, engineering.
So the last time I leveled, I managed to learn how to read. I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn. You pick up a book and to your astonishment you can read it.
Whoa! It's just like playing Kingdom Come.
No, that was a little more slow.
No, it really wasn't. At least not for me. I don't know. Like I'd sat there. I had a whole inventory full of books I've been holding. So I like opened them all up really fast, and it like jacked my reading skill all the way up. So every book I looked at from that point on was pretty much translated, except the Latin ones. But then it's Latin. I can't
Right, it's
understand
Latin.
it anyway.
Yeah, it's Latin.
Can't just. So grenade wise, I have acid flask. Would you rather have? I mean, I guess I could look for both.
I have acid, bees, and pitch.
Oh, you don't have
Acid,
fire?
bees, and pitch.
You don't have firebomb? I need to get
No,
firebomb.
I don't have fire.
I need to get firebomb. Yeah. Fire. So I can just go to the library. Can I read? I can read. I did learn to read. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause I had a book.
remember
Yeah, I had a
was
book about learning to
teaching
read.
you.
Yeah.
And
Yes. Okay.
so you can read.
So can I just
Okay.
look up like any of these recipes, or is it like limited?
You're going to be limited to 2 recipes.
2. Cool.
So,
I want to
Definitely.
like I don't know, look for a book about mages of some sort. Blood mages? Is there a history of blood mages? Just curious.
the interesting thing about Navarre is that they're not as about mages as the rest of Theodos outside of Tevinter. Like a lot of their upper government elemental individuals are mages.
So you should have lots of knowledge on it.
Blood magic, not so much, because still blood magic is, you know. Oh.
Everybody is too sensitive.
But you do find this grimoire in like a corner that's kind of dusty. That does have a weird language in it, but you can tell that it does use some symbols that resemble your.
I feel like I've read something like this in a book. One of the books that I've read.
That it looks like it has symbols and such that you would use.
None of them in a certain shape. Bastard.
No, there's no arcane peens.
Exactly. Of course there's not. Because they're fucking real.
They're real.
They're not.
They're real now.
Nope.
It's real to me, damn it.
Yeah.
I don't believe in it. It's not
You can't take my pain away from me. Makes me happy.
Oh my god!
No, you can't take pain away from me.
I think we have to call it here.
I mean, it is 7:41, so if you want to call.
But I'm going to take that book.
Okay, take the book. You have now an old grimoire.
Do we have a tent?
No.
No.
I think I bought one.
I remember talking about it.
Yeah.
I did. I bought 2 large tents.
Okay.
Oh.
I
Because they were super cheap.
I think I have 4 staffs with me.
You're not.
No, I don't have a quarter staff. I have 3 staffs. 3 staves.
Staves.
And anything you want to sell is half price from the
I'm carrying 2 sets of armor.
2 sets of armor and all the axes, swords.
Yeah, 2 axes, a sword, some throwing spears. I think I bought a bow at one point. I have a shield, a medium shield.
I'm gonna buy a table.
Yeah, there you go. Is that like a large shield? Extra large shield?
Do they really have stuff for tables?
Yeah, it's for home and
Oh, okay.
Earth.
Yeah, home and hearth.
I discovered that in Dark Souls, you can wield 3 shields at one time.
When you put a third one like on your back?
Yeah!
Yeah.
You get 3 great shields. You have 1 in this arm, 1 in this arm, and 1 on your back.
Man, you're just turtling.
Yeah, you're turtling the whole entire game. You can win.
Can you do damage with your shield?
Yes, you can.
You can shield bash.
Yeah, you punch with them and bash with them and
That's
stuff.
awesome.
And then you can 2-hand your shields as well. So you can use 1 shield with 2 hands so you get different attacks and
Yeah.
stuff.
Hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
That game has such a variety.
And then there's the new one coming out, and it looks kind of ridiculous though. But the combat looks awesome.
The new Dark Souls? I thought
Yeah.
Dark Souls was
It's
done.
not Dark Souls.
It's like,
it's
isn't it
but
like a
from
nin-
software.
Ninjas.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Oh,
Samurai Ninja
The
thing, yeah.
samurai one.
I haven't seen.
Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember.
That
I
one looks
haven't seen
good.
any of the stuff, but like I'm intrigued.
The trailer
It
looked
looks
really
good.
awesome because in the combat, the combat looked a lot more fast paced, but it looked a lot more like reactive as well, like a lot more deflecting attacks with your weapon, as opposed to more of it being like the back and forth kind of rock paper scissors type deal. I don't know.
A lot more like stuff to do in the air too. Like
Yeah.
jumping and
Yeah, they're like
diving at
grapples
people,
and stuff, jumping and
grappling.
flying.
Yeah.
Neat.
So it adds like another layer of combat there.
Yeah, a whole shit ton of verticality.
Would be fun. I don't like this type of games, but it'd be fun for people who like this.
I like Bloodborne. I really like Bloodborne.
Yeah. I
The
want
lore
to play
behind
it.
them's really cool too.
Yeah.
In all of the games. I mean, it's hard to find, but I mean, I kind of enjoy that part of it because it helps you get immersed into it. You're constantly discovering new things about the world that you're in, and it all makes more and more sense as you go.
I like gay, happy games.
I know you do.
I like those too. Like Ratchet and Clank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, not just like Stardew Valley and stuff like that, where it's just like a happy, like, I have a farm and I have animals and everything's great.
Yeah. I
Everything's great.
I
Tornado!
I have the Animal Crossing Pocket
Sims.
Camp,
2000?
and it's I spend way too much.
Yeah, see, I like games like that. I like games that make me smile, that are just cute little things.
Yeah.
See, Dark Souls is just like so dark and
Yeah.
yeah. I can't play games like that all the time. I can't even watch shows like that all the time. Like Black Mirror, I can only watch like an episode of that. Like
I'm
every
the same
couple
way.
days.
It feels oppressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta go on to something happy.
Yeah.
That's why I watch so much YouTube, because it's like there's no, like there's no stakes. I don't have to be embarrassed that Michael Scott's acting like a doofus, or like I love how I like subconsciously point
For The Office. Preference.
Oh man, yeah. But yeah, I'm very much the same way.
Yeah. No. So I couldn't do it. Like, 'cause my sister was like, Black Mirror's awesome, and it's really weird, and you should watch it. Every episode's different. And I watched one episode, the first episode, which everyone says is the worst. You have to push past that.
And that's also what I watched like the first 5 minutes. I'm like, this is not even believable.
Right, exactly. This was seriously the whole thing. Like, I was like, this isn't believable. Nobody would do that. He wouldn't do that. Why is he doing that?
They have so many contingencies in place, like the
Yeah.
Secret Service. Like, there's no way that could happen.
Yeah, no.
And if anyway, yeah, we're all in agreement. I don't have to keep talking about it.
I know. Let's not actually speak of what happens in that first episode. But yeah, I can't do it. I like serial killer, like documentaries and stuff like that. And I can't watch those too much either. It's dark.
Bloodborne feels like I don't know.
Murder
It doesn't
porn.
feel oppressive.
I love South Park. It's so awful.
I love South Park. It's so awful.
There was I don't know if it was an episode or if they dedicated a couple episodes to it where they were talking about how adults were addicted to murder porn, and that's how they get their socks off. Murder porn where they
Oh, man,
Discovery
it's
ID and
not wrong.
everything.
yeah,
else.
Discovery ID. Oh man.
It's not completely wrong.
Yeah, not completely wrong. Those fourth graders. They know
And fourth graders.
what they're talking about.
Oddly wise beyond
Yeah.
their years.
Well, that's because they've been in fourth grade for 20
20.
years.
It's like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're in season 20 something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I think they actually went from 3rd grade to 4th grade, actually. Over the course of the show.
Yeah.
But they
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years they moved up 8th grade. But yeah, I don't think
It's really funny though. Ike's voice is done by
one of the main dudes.
Yeah, one of the creators' daughter.
Yeah.
She's like 5.
He said it was hilarious. There's actually a video you can pull up on YouTube of him taking her into a audio studio and
Yeah, and
having her record it.
it's
all.
like, it's okay to say this, you're in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a fat bitch. Whoa!
I know. She's so cute.
It's like, that's the cutest way I've ever heard that said.
And there was one part where he has her in there and she's in her pajamas. I think they were unicorn pajamas or something. And she looks so adorable and so cute. And she's saying all this nasty stuff.
Oh,
Hit you.
that was the saddest little meow I've ever heard.
Every time I pick up her cat, she squeaks. So
I think it's. I've been told that it's. Oh gosh, we call it part of their personality type for that coloring of cat.
Mm-hmm.
Muted.
Like what? To